So, I mean, let's take this first one. House Bill 1001. So it's called the Sergeant Craig Johnson Metal Theft Act. So I presume that's a police officer that died, presumably in scrap metal. I don't know. Defending scrap metal. I don't know why they got the name. But anyway, what it comes down to is like they are. So the way to read this is there's a new law, and the new law part is just that this part of the law will now be referred to as by this name. So like that's the Sergeant Craig Johnson Metal Theft Act. That was the law change they made. So that's, great for Sergeant Craig Johnson, I guess. The next part is the amendatory part. And so what gets underlined is the new language, and what gets crossed through is the old language that no longer exists. So what is like interesting is like as used in the Oklahoma Scrap Metal Dealers Act. So there's like all these definitions, right? Aluminum material, copper material department, and then they add digital image, which is I guess taking pictures of scrap metal. I don't know. Anyway, this law clearly does not apply to very many people. It is, I believe it's basically for regulating like online sale of stuff and being able to track it, maybe to tax it. And so maybe to prevent it from going into waterways. I mean, it changes a bunch of things, but so it's regulating basically like pictures of images online for the purposes of selling mostly. Wipes out a bunch of other law, but it's interesting that, like who all this law applies to, like a very small group of people. There are hundreds of these laws. In fact, most of the laws that we pass apply to a very small group of people for a very niche purpose. And, some of these are concerning.